The highest attainment of Nirvana is nowhere, can't be sought elsewhere, but it is in this very present world, in this mundane world, or in this samsara. Certain masters of meditations and monks, they can spread their awareness or an anapanasati even in their sleeping. It is better to take a mindful gardening rather than an unmindful meditation.
Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more such videos.
Today we'll be listening to a small Zen story which is directly connected with the current episode of Anapanasati and the importance of breathing in it. The story goes like this. It was a cold and dull winter morning, and the Zen monastery received heavy snowfall. And the junior Zen monk named Chinbai, now feeling cold, hungry, left his snow shoveling job midway and rushed for a early, hurried morning meal. That is when exactly the abbot named Kaiming arrived there and struck a blow against Chinbai and shouted at him, "What are you doing here? Go meditate forthright, straight away." With these words, taken aback and shocked, Chinbai left his meal midway and the dining hall and ran towards meditation chambers. He gathered his robes, sat for meditation and started contemplating. What was his mistake? Why did abbot hit him? This morning, so sincerely, for an hour, he undertook meditation without moving a limb and an eyelid. So, now his heart is filled with half angry and half hunger. Yes, the thoughts were racing in his head. That's when the abbot suddenly rushed into the meditation chamber. This time, the blow was doubly severe. And he yelled at him with anger, "Chinbai, what are you doing here at this time? Go eat straight away without any delay." Now, with that blow and with these words, totally, completely confused, perplexed, Chinbai thought, this abbot turned mad, perhaps due to advanced age, due to old age. Now he must escape from him. So he was instructed. He dashed towards the dining hall. Alas, the eatery was shut, the doors were closed, and time is up. So, disappointed and angry and hungry and mostly confused, Chinbai picked up snow shovel and to impress abbot, now he started clearing the remaining snow in the Zen garden, but keeping an eye on the movements of abbot because he's worried. That is when, like a whirlwind, swiftly the abbot descended into the Zen garden, swinging and swirling his staff in the air, and struck a severest of severe blow at the back of Chinbai. Now Chinbai screeched and cried in pain. He thought he must have broken a bone or two. Now the abbot thundered in his voice, "Chinbai, what did I tell you? And what are you doing? Go meditate straight away. I don't want any delay." Now, listening to these words, completely confused, Chinbai thought, this abbot definitely turned mad, perhaps having a couple of drinks to ward away cold early in the morning. Crestfallen, dejected and disappointed, Chinbaide wanted to escape from the abbot. He dropped the snow shovel like a hot potato and bolted towards his quarters, shut the doors and slipped under the thick layers of blankets, and now started contemplating about his escapade. To escape from the monastery, to escape from the mad abbot, and particularly the cudgel, the staff and the blows. So before the first hour struck on the temple gong, he gathered all his belongings. In the snowfall, poor visibility, and in the pitch darkness, silently and stealthily, he slipped away from the sleeping monastery. And as he started walking down the wood and winding path and came to the temple exit gate, to his surprise and horror, there stood the towering abbot, Kaiming, one hand folded back and in another hand firmly holding that cudgel, that staff. And now there is a horse by his side. Now, completely shocked, poor Chinbai thought, this could be his last moment of his life. This old, mentally unstable and a drunken monk could break open his skull, therefore bent his head and start praying to the Buddha reverently. But surprisingly, contrary to his thoughts, the abbot took 3 steps forward, came close to Chinbai's ear and whispered, "Chinbai, run away and escape before the fellow monks wake up, and take this horse. It may be an arduous journey, miles to walk to your rustic village. Take the horse. Chinbai, remember, escape and run away mindfully and with awareness. Take care." And there was a pause. And the last words of abbot struck like a temple gong in the deep recess, in the deep chambers of Chinbai's heart, and there was an instant satori. There was an instant awakening in the mind and the heart of Chinbai. Realizing his mistake, he bowed before the abbot, took the reins of the horse, turned around, and started walking towards the horse stable of monastery. Here arises the question, why did Chinbai turn around? What was the lesson that this junior monk learned from old abbot? Before we gain an answer for this at the end of this same episode, let us briefly observe what we have seen in the previous episode. We have seen that in the previous episode, the breath can aid you to gain a mind state of here and now. And when you are deeply engaged and immersed in meditation, and when you completely focus your concentration on the breath, your mind gets liberated from the shackles and the burdens of thoughts of past and future. Therefore, allows you to live in this very moment. We have also seen that the savage, wild, bull-like mind can be now brought back home to you, this very place, into this very body, and can be tethered by using breath and awareness, therefore achieving a state of oneness between the body and mind. That being said, in the process of sitting meditation, we can attain the rich experience of here and now, and also we can also grasp the very present moment and enjoy the bliss of liberation from past and future. That's fine. But the quintessential question of this episode being, can we restrain our self-limit such a rich experience only to a sitting meditation, a zazen? Can we bridle the bliss? Can we rein in the boundless joy of getting liberated from the past and future only to a sitting meditation of traditional Anapanasati? Can't we expand it to the other states in our day? Can't we make it a limitless experience for entire day? For in a day, in 24 hours, we can only undertake such a meditation not more than an hour. Then what about the rest of the time, 23 hours? Are we going to sacrifice other 23 hours of such a rich experience? But whereas we cannot renounce the world, we have to be in touch with this earthly phenomenon world for all these 23 hours. We have to engage ourselves with this mundane world. We have our obligations, responsibilities and concerns as a child, as a parent, as a professional, as a soldier, as a businessman, etc. So, there is no way that we can disengage from this very mundane, phenomenal world. In this regard, right from Buddha to Bodhidharma, repeatedly they emphasize that the highest attainment of Nirvana is nowhere, can't be sought elsewhere, but it is in this very present world, in this mundane world, or in this samsara. So inevitably, we can't disassociate ourselves from such earthly world phenomena. So we have to make our lives and livelihoods and attend to our daily chores. If that is the case, for attending to the daily chores and to be in contact with the mundane world, shall we sacrifice this rich experience of here and now and to grasp the very moment of our life? If life can happen in this very moment, and if life is only available in the present moment, not in the past, not in the future, and in the process of this sitting Anapanasati meditation, then what are we going to lose for 23 hours? Are we going to trade off our rich experience of grasping this moment of our life with our daily chores and mundane world? Are we going to make this particular rich experience a part-time affair? Then how can we balance between these two extremes? One side, attending to the daily chores, being in contact with the mundane world. Another side, the rich transcendental experience or the spiritual experience, or being in contact with the very moment and liberating from the past and future. How can we balance? Now here comes the perfect and the practical answer from Buddha, who says that when you are working, when you are eating, when you are traveling, be there. Be mindful. What was his intention? His intention was not to limit the here and now or grasping of that moment and being mindful or awareness experience to just a sitting meditation. But he wanted you to be aware, be mindful of every act and every activity in a day, right from the micro to the macro activity, at every time, in every place, in every state of mental conscious, he wanted you to be mindful of your act. Therefore, by being mindful in every act, right from morning to evening, you expand and you spread your awareness to the entire day, thereby achieving a meditative state without actually being sitting in a zazen or a traditional anapanasati meditation. So here comes that we need to be watchful, we need to observe, we need to be mindful of every act that what we are doing. But the question is, leaving apart act, between the act and an awareness, between the act of your talking, walking, and this awareness, what is that particular link, a latch, a connection that can grow awareness between these two? How can you grow awareness of your act? What subject or object is available to strap this to, the act and the awareness? But whereas, right from Buddha to contemporary saints, they say, what you watch is not important, but whether you are watchful or not is important. Once again, it is irrespective what object or subject you are watching, but what is more important is whether you are watchful or not of that subject or object. That is fine. But what are we going to take an object here? What subject we will take to connect this to, that is the act of your walk, your talk, and the awareness and your mind. The traditional Buddhism, like particularly the Theravadins, and even later it was followed in Vajrayana and Zen Buddhism, they have advocated a method of meditation called kasina. Kasina, an intense concentration or meditation where you achieve the awareness and mindfulness completely with the aid of certain physical object. And those objects, principally you have around 10 and around 42 such objects are there, which includes the elements and the celestial objects, the mountains, the rivers, maybe a pot of water or a swaying treetop, or maybe a clay tablet, or maybe spectrum of colors. And we know that like using such object like a fire, the disciple of Buddha, Uppalana, she achieved highest state by concentrating her awareness on the fire. But here arises the question. When you wanted to spread the awareness to the complete day, entire day, in every activity, can we carry these objects of these elements like a fire or water, or a pot of water, a tree, or a mountain, or a rock, or a river? Is it possible for us to carry these objects to your bedroom, to your boardroom, into your car, into a marketplace? Is it possible? It is impossible. Similarly, early Zen patriarchs like 4th and 5th patriarchs, that Tao Shin and Hungren, they advocated doing a certain kind of meditation, like you concentrate at a distant celestial objects on a horizon, a distant horizon. It could be sun, moon, or stars. But here also arises the question, these are fine when you are sitting and undertaking a conventional, normal, zazen sitting meditation of anapanasati. But when you wanted to take up such a meditative state for entire day and spread your awareness to the every act, where are we going to have these celestial bodies? The sun is not available night and the moon is during the day, and both sun and moon disappear as you enter into your inner meditation chambers, into your house. You don't have those celestial objectives or subjects. Similarly, it is even difficult to attain such a concentration even on a deity, god or goddess, because the god, goddess and deities, they remain right before you as long as you are in front of a temple, you are in front of a worshipping place. But the moment you move away from the sanctum sanctorum, the deity disappears. It will be only on your thoughts. But whereas for a commoner, even from the thoughts itself will disappear in an altered state of consciousness, like sleeping. Now, what is then the object or a subject available to develop such an awareness for entire day between your activities and your awareness? Every time, at every place wherever you are moving and wherever you are staying, and in every kind of your mental state, what is the object available? Here comes the importance of breathing in Anupanasati. It is only the breath, like a shadow, round the clock, at every time, be it morning or evening, day or night, at every place, whether you are at a home or you are traveling or you are at a boardroom, you are at office, you are at a marketplace, or you are in a sports field, like a shadow, this is only the breath which is available. Also, in every state of emotion, whether you are happy, you are hungry, you are depressed, you are sad, you are lustful, you are mourning and you are celebrating and you are fighting, in every state of your emotion, this is only the breath which is available. And next, coming to most importantly, your various states of your conscious. Once you are completely conscious in the Jagriti Avastha, once you are subconscious in Sushupti Avastha, once you are in a sleep state in a Swapna Avastha, or once you are in a supraconscious or transcendental conscious, or in Turiya, or in sleep, in every state of your conscious, the only object available to spread your awareness is only the breath. Remember, certain masters of meditations and monks, they can spread their awareness or an Anapanasati even in their sleeping. So, it is the only breath which comes along with you like a shadow, and what comes with you when you are born goes with you when you die. So it's available for entire your life. So it is here this breath which is helpful to make you aware or to make you be in the act. Whether you are walking, whether you are talking, whether you are sleeping, whether you are eating or you are fighting, even in violence and peace, now you are very mindful, you are completely aware. The breath helps you to realize that mindful state in every act. Therefore, there is no act that is born unmindfully. Every act is born from the very self. Now, all the acts that you are just doing a painting, or you are cutting vegetables, or you are driving a vehicle, that is completely born from very inside self, and you are alert, you are aware, and you are mindful, and you are not diving into any confused murky waters. With a complete clarity, now you are aware. So this mindfulness is given utmost importance, given a paramount importance in Buddha's teachings, And also in the teachings of all other later Buddhist schools, that includes your Vajrayana and Zen Buddhism, the mindfulness, being in the act, is given a highest importance. Now here comes the answer for our Zen story. If you recollect, the Chinbayade, the young monk, never he was in time, never he was at place, never he was in act. When he was dining, he was never mindful of his eating, as several of you do it. You are never mindful of your eating. Either you graze, you hurry it up, you are not aware like what you are eating. His mind was there on the cold and half-finished snow shoveling job. When he was meditating in the meditation chambers, he was not mindful of his meditation act. His heart was filled with half anger and half hungry and about. And as he reached the Zen garden, he was not doing the snow shoveling mindfully. His mind was preoccupied with the moments of about and his hunger, his disappointment. Therefore, watching this Chinbayade for a long time, today the abbot decided that he should teach him a lesson. That's why he said, you escape, you run away, but mindfully with awareness. You do any act, you do any activity, but mindfully with awareness, which produced a kind of a satori within the junior Zen monk. Even you can escape after a week-long work in the weekend. You can have an escapade, you can just go away, but mindfully with awareness. So the abbot was very mindful when he struck a blow, but the disciple, the junior Zen monk, was unmindful of receiving those punishments. What is the essence of this story, or the takeaway? Is it is better to take a mindful gardening rather than an unmindful meditation. When done mindfully, a simple acts like gardening, dishwashing, or a driving turns into meditation or a spiritual act. But when done unmindfully, a meditation, it is no different than a mechanical, robotic dishwashing or house mopping. It's in your hands. It's your choice how to convert this daily chores, which actually acts an obstacle for you to realize and to grasp the state of here and now, to convert this very daily chores into a complete awareness, thereby living in very moment for entire day and living in a meditative state without being in actually sitting meditation. And in conclusion, this is the important element of breath in the Anapanasati meditation. Apart from being a close companion and consort of mind, apart from allowing you to grasp the state of here and now, grasping the very moment of time and very place now, this breath is an important element in the Anapanasati meditation, awareness meditation, allows you to be in the very act. So the breath helps you to be in time, to be in the place, and to be in the act. This is the importance of breathing in this Anapanasati. For today, I take leave of you. Thank you very much.